Trump is the president. How we gonna live? How my family gonna eat now?
I can tell that you fake by your energy. I know if I let it, you'll probably take me to the devil. That makes you my enemy. I'm trying to improve on the inner me.
How to live with Trump as your president. This is Real Talk Tony, and this is a Real Talk Tony blog. Today we're gonna talk about Donald Trump and how to live with him as the president. And shit, to that I say, I don't care. I know it sounds crazy. I know I might be wild. You know, I'm black, I get it. And to all the people that's woke on black Twitter, oh, how can you say that? His policies and, you know, and they ain't never did nothing for us. And that's where I would stop you. You're right. For anybody that says Trump ain't done nothing for black people, for the people who do this, who subscribe to that thought, oh, Trump ain't gonna do nothing for you, and what his policies are gonna be is not gonna have nothing to do with you and your people and your kind. To that, I'm gonna say, when has any politician ever done anything to really help the black and brown agenda? And there's gonna be plenty of people who gonna argue that, but historically we've seen we're not getting no help. Not the help that we think that we're gonna get via voting. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling nobody to not vote. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, what is your mindset for what you're hoping to achieve through that voting process? You know, the average person don't even look into politics enough to know. You know, you want to vote on a state level, your governors, people who really can make things shake on a level that's important. If you're looking at it from a presidency aspect of things, a lot of those things, it's probably not going to affect you like that. It's not in them 4 years. The stuff that will affect you, you might not see it. And then the question is, a bigger question is, are you even paying enough attention to politics to know what's going on? All of that stuff can be confusing to people. And for some people, they're just buying into drinking the Kool-Aid of what the news is reporting. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about to say something, and I know everybody not going to want to hear it. Everybody not going to appreciate it, but I'm going to say it because it needs to be said. If you're wondering what to do with Donald Trump being your president, you've already failed. I'm sorry. You've already lost. If you're looking for a president to help get you out of your financial troubles, you're lost. You're done. Because when it's all said and done, financial fortitude, or I guess what other people would look at it as is financial health, that's something that you need to be focusing on. And don't get me wrong, yes, policies can dictate that as well, but not as much as you think. How much do you know about the stock market? How much do you know about credit? How much do you know about how credit cards work? Do you know what your Equifax is? Do you know about the 3 bureaus of the credit system? How do you know anything about check systems? Do you know how banks look at checks and how they look at checking accounts? What do you know about the stuff that you deal with every day? Where's your financial health at? Where's your financial knowledge? Focus on that first before you focus on what a president's going to do for you. Focus on generational wealth. Do you know how to obtain that? Do you know what a succession plan is? Do you know what a will is? Do you even have a will? Do you have a 401k? Do you even know what a 401k is? Do you know what a Roth account is? Things like this is what y'all need to be focusing on. If you're blaming Trump for another 4 years of chaos and disparity, I need you to understand something. There are a lot of black and brown people who don't even care because they are already on the wave of understanding financials, stocks, equities, investments. And let's be real. A lot of people can sit here and say, oh, I don't have that, but that's not true. Because the same people that'll say, oh man, I don't want Donald Trump as my president. He gonna hurt us. He gonna make sure we ain't gonna get no money or something like that. Whatever. But them be the same people that can buy every Jordan that come out, all the Louis Vuitton shoes. They know everything about all the stuff that come out when it comes out. They know everything about all the latest gear, everything that Saks Fifth get before Saks Fifth gets it. They know about all of that. They know everything about the Lil Durk case, the Young Thug case. But they can't tell you nothing about credit. They can't tell you nothing about high yield savings accounts. They can't tell you nothing about that, but they can tell you everything about who Shirley fucking at the job. So these are the people who I'm addressing. These are the people who I'm referring to. I'm not talking about everybody, but for the people who I just named in that description, yeah, if you're looking for Donald Trump, and if you're bummed out about Donald Trump, trust me, you got bigger problems than Trump. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not saying I'm a Kamala supporter. I'm a me supporter. I support me. I support me and the knowledge that I gained regardless of what president is in office. I learned the stock market. I learned assets. I learned the difference between assets and liabilities. Guess what? Tricking off about $500 at the club on Serena, that's a liability. Buying Nvidia when it was like $30, that's an asset. You know what I'm saying? The difference between these two things are night and day. And the sad reality, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. And somebody got to tell y'all the truth. If nobody else don't tell you, I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you the truth. And the truth is, most of the people who got investments, they care about who's in president, they care about who's in office, they do. But they also know, regardless of who's in office, they gonna get to that man, they gonna get to that money. They gonna get to that bag, regardless. Yeah, the bag might be a little higher, might be a little lower, but they gonna get a bag every year. Especially if you in the stock market. Most people who I know who trade options don't give a fuck who's in office. They make money regardless. If they crash the economy, they make money on shorts. The market goes up, they make money on calls. So they making money regardless of who get elected, to the point where they don't even vote. Now, I'm not saying don't vote. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is learn the system because you're in it. Learn it. Learn it. And then once you learn it, and when I mean learn, I mean learn how credit works. Learn what you can do with credit. You can do more than just buy some retros, bro. You can do more than buy red bottoms. I don't even think red bottoms are in anymore. But you can do more than just buy, you can do more than do that. You can do more than buy a lace front with credit. Learn the things that you can do with your credit. Learn the things you can do with assets. Learn about how to get a house and pass it down to your family. Stop renting all the goddamn time. Have some type of property you can pass down to your kids. Because I know y'all got them. Pass something down to them. Do that. Do that. Because all we passing down is pain and disparity to our kids. That's what they know. That's what they know. So when you think about the big picture, the grand scheme of things, where does Trump really fit in? Your mom only could teach you what her mom taught her. And granted, some things that your mom learned along the way, right? But let's say her mom never really taught her any of these things, so she never learned them. And then in her life, she never got from point A to point B in life. So she only got to like point C in life. So she don't even have the perspectives of these things that I'm talking about. So therefore, she never taught it to you, right? Think about that. That's generational ignorance passed down from person to person. And when you think about that, where does Donald Trump fit in the grand scheme of that? Because in that example of your mother, your mother's mother, your mother's mother's mother, all the way down to you, I'm guaranteeing you there was way more presidents than just Donald Trump. And this is why I say, if you're looking for a president to help change your life, you've already lost. But there is a way to win. There's a way to free yourself of the situations that they will or won't do, which we know they most likely won't do. There's a way to free yourself. But in order to do that, you got to learn how this game is played. Learn finances, learn credit, learn investments. It's not hard. They want you to think it's hard because they don't want you to learn it. There's more money for the billion and trillionaires of the world if you remain stupid. Trust me. There's way more money in you being stupid. Because if you're stupid, it's less competition for them, which means there's less people putting their hand in the pot. Even to this day, there's a lot of knowledge out there that you could be getting that can turn your situation right around. To where you'll be like, Trump who? You won't be thinking about it. You'll be too busy getting to the bag. So again, I know politics are important. Policies are important. I'm not saying that they're not. But for a lot of us, we got bigger issues. We do. We got bigger issues. It could have been Kamala. Your issues still would have been the same. And you know it. Not everybody who's watching this, But there are people, you know who you are when you watch this. If you had credit issues, you had credit issues before Kamala. You had credit issues before Trump. When you spent the money on that vacation that you knew you couldn't pay back, the president wasn't responsible for that. Regardless of who it was, which president you want, I don't care, but they weren't responsible for that. You was. So before you can blame or before you can look to another person to help change your situation, what can you do to change your situation? What did you do to change your situation? Learn the game, because you're playing it regardless of how you want to. You're playing the game. We're all in it. At least learn the rules. Play the game so the game don't have to play you.
I can tell that you fake by your energy. I know if I let it, you'll probably take me to the devil. That makes you my enemy. I'm trying to improve on the inner me.